Hey guys, welcome back. Building big with Cities Skylines. This is episode 37. I'm Enigmaeus, and today we're pushing hard for 60,000 people in the hopes that we'll be able to add an airport to our city. There's a new milestone at 60,000 people. That milestone is when we get the airport. We're at 57,000 and change. After the last episode, basically I let it run for a while, and I was mucking about with a few minor details. We had this massive population growth because of all the pre-zoning that we had done, which was very fortunate because sometimes it works the opposite. Too much pre-zoning and you get a lot of abandoned buildings and people are cranky because there's too much space and they can't fill it, so nothing works. In this case, they seem to be okay with it. In addition to that, we added more power and some more water pumps and some more sewage treatment so that we could get on top of all that. We were kind of right on the edge of our capacity for a lot of those things, so we took care of that. We zoned some more office space down here because people wanted more industrial or office space, so we gave them office space and they grew into it right away. And they also want more, again, or industry. So what we're going to do is we're possibly going to expand our oil industry down into this area here. I put this road in. It's basically one great big neighborhood that's on this snaky road, and it's got some roads coming off of it so that there's plenty of places to get on and off this long section of road. But I just thought it might look a little bit interesting in and amongst all these grids and rectangles that we've got set up here. So we're going to do some zoning in here. We're going to keep an eye on what's going on up here. They're not using all of the space that we've allotted for the low density residential. That might change once we add some more zoning for oil, and we have all these other areas here that we can also zone for the residential if we need it. And then we're going to put in, after the oil, probably have a buffer zone of commercial, and then over here I think we're going to transition to some more residential. So we'll see how it goes in the long run. The goal really is I want to get up to 60,000, but we're actually losing people fairly quickly, so we're going to pause it while we take a look at our situation with the oil, expand the zoning. Here's the map that we want. So this is the oil area. What? Oil is black. Yeah, all the black buildings are gathering oil. That's fine, but I want to see where is the oil on the ground, and I think it's telling me that it's right there. There's not a whole lot of oil that we can expand into here. Is there outside connections, natural resources? Yeah, so there's not a whole lot we can do for the oil, which is fine. We've got basic industrial over here, or sorry, this is all ore. We've got oil, we've got forestry that has really done very well. Maybe we should just do more forestry. That might be a thing. We'll expand the forestry around our traffic thing. It'll be quick and easy to do, which is always a nice bonus. We'll get the tree-lined 6-lane highway for our forestry area, and then we're gonna do like we did up top, subdivide it with 4-lane tree-lined roads, like so, like so. Is that gonna work, or is that gonna be a little bit too much overlap there? Maybe what we can do is we'll bring it down like so, and like so. That ought to be okay. And I think we can get rid of these and these and that. Yeah, because this is all connected to this, which is connected to this, which is connected to this, and coming back around. And this, yeah, so we can get rid of those. We have water. Do we have recreation? Yes, we actually have recreation. But we don't have much recreation up here. Maybe we should fix that, because all these guys are thinking to themselves, geez, we're in all these trees all day, and when we're tired of being in trees, what we really want to do is go hang out in a plaza with trees. So excuse me, sir, but could you take care of that for us? Of course I can. It's my city. I'm happy to help. That ought to make you happy. When you're tired of the trees, go hang out in the trees. And let's start it up, see what to do. We're at top speed. for our simulation. This thing has got power, it's happy, it's connected, life is grand. They're starting to make use of it, which is a good sign. We're always happy to see that. The nice thing about the forestry is that it's low pollution, or basically no pollution. So we don't have to worry about how this industry is going to impact down here, except for the noise, really, is the only sort of consideration that we have to have. Up here, there's a little bit of demand for commercial. So we can start blocking in this area. This is going to be our buffer between the pollution and the noise in the oil area and whatever else we might have down here. So we can just sort of drop a few things in here to remind ourselves, don't just zone it all residential and then complain later when everybody dies. Okay. Good. Let's check our fire and police and such. We'll put fire here and police right beside it. Good, they're powered. We don't need education there necessarily. Healthcare, garbage, water. Healthcare, do they want a clinic? They don't seem to care. We'll put a clinic, just an emergency sort of clinic. There we go, first aid station. Pretty expensive first aid station. That made them happy. Kind of doing their thing. You cut off an arm, they can go here and have it sewn back on, something like that. And what else? I should investigate why these are red in this area when there's one right there. Or I could just go with the flow and say, okay, we'll just put another one right next to you. Why won't you let me place it? Construction cost 10,000. That's not bad. Just like that. Stop being red. They've got a lot of coverage for healthcare over here. These guys should not be red, damn it. I think we're probably at some point going to need another crematorium. So we'll put that there, just so that we can say we've got it. Let's change the view so we can see a little bit clearer. So, workers. We don't have any people here to work and cut down trees. And therefore, we're going to start shutting down our businesses if you don't provide us with more workers. I think that's a serviceable bus route. For now, we're still losing people. Residential demand is up, but not by a lot. It's just barely increased. Are we using up all of the houses that we've zoned for up here? That's sort of the key. Looks like it. It does look like we're using up a lot of them. Not necessarily all, but certainly a lot. So we can go ahead and zone the rest of these guys here. And we'll see if people actually start to take advantage of them. Move in, start making babies, put the babies to work in the forest. There's a park now for the babies. If they want to take a break, go sit in the trees. That looks... Oh, we missed one. This one up here, a little bit of row housing. What else? I think that's about covers the space that we gave ourselves for this area up here. It's not the best use of space. We got a lot of dead zones in here, but I kind of think it looks a little bit interesting. And we're still not on the grow. We're still losing people. But it seems that we're losing less. Oh, and then it goes back up. The losses resume. Demand is low for pretty much everything. What I think might be happening is we've got a bit of a mismatch going on again between the educated and the uneducated workers. Take a look here. This guy's got no workers. What about this guy? He's got one highly educated worker. He needs 12 workers, all of them uneducated. He's got one, and they're highly educated. This guy is here basically saying, I've got a master's degree on my wall. that entitles me to tell you that you don't have the right workers for your business. I'm just here to tell you your business is not going to work. What do we got down here? 6 of 16. 5 highly educated out of the 16 he wants that are all uneducated. So what maybe we should do is think about expanding the office space again. We're just making all kinds of offices for these people. Let's try that. Let's kind of expand down here just a little bit. And see if we can't dig ourselves out of this rut that we have. I think there's 2 ways that we could approach this. Basically, is one, you know, try and cater and produce more low education workers, which is probably part of the solution, but also making sure that the high educated people that are working in low educated jobs, or you know, jobs that require low education, aren't doing it because they can't find work anywhere else. So we're just going to try and follow that line a little bit as it comes out and down this way, just for the sake of appearances. And then possibly, if we do this just right, we can squeeze... Oh, look at how close that's going to be. Maybe if we do a narrower road, we'll have better chances of making it fit. Oh, there we go. We're going to squeeze this down as far as we can before it won't fit anymore, to get as much out of this area as possible. Like so. Oh, that's nice. I like that. And then we will continue. Can we? No, it won't let us. Let's do an intersection merge there. So we have to bring it across, and we'll bring it across, and we'll bring it like that. And then we'll join it up like so. It'll have to do. It'll have to do. So we don't want to go crazy. It's mostly the commercial that they're still after. So we're going to put a little bit of office space because that's what the demand is here. And then we're going to look at the commercial that we have. This area up here is basically mostly commercial. We'll put some commercial in the under highway traffic loop here. And just kind of fill it in down here. Some nice little shops. Hopefully this is going to satisfy the people in terms of where they would like to be shopping and the kinds of stores that they would like to be patronizing. This here was supposed to be something that we would clean up this area and then extend it down here along the waterfront, but it's probably just going to go right into this or dead end here or something. It's not going to go much farther. Alright, so we're addressing some of the commercial demand. That's going down. This demand here is, yeah, I mean, they're building into it, but they're not really accomplishing a whole lot. And the residential demand is increasing again, which is a good sign. And it looks like they might be wanting more low density. So what we can do, since it's already here, is we'll keep it on this side. We can build in some low density residential in here, right next to the places where people are going to end up working. So that might be kind of the way to go. There we go. Everybody, move in. Quickly, reduce the demand. Show me I'm doing the right thing. We've lost like 3,000, 4,000 people since the beginning of the episode. And they're just mass exodus. We don't like it here anymore. We're very unhappy with you. We ask for healthcare, you give us healthcare. You ask for jobs, we give you jobs. And then we just move out. See ya. Don't like you no more. They're starting to kind of come back in there. Let's take a look here. We've got This is going to be a hell of a bus loop. I tell you, we're not going to worry about that right now, but that's probably something that we're going to have to take a look at. Education for the kids. Get them all smart. There's one right there, so let's move this one over a little bit. Schools for the kids. Healthcare. Put something. Let's see where the other ones are. We've got a bunch here. We could probably actually use for something down here. Very expensive clinic right there, down on the beach. We'll put this guy again, maybe over this way a bit. Right beside the school. Fire. What do we got? Very little fire coverage down here, but that's because we put in the fire headquarters, and I didn't really feel like going overboard with the coverage. But I can see there's certainly room for another one, and we'll put that right there. That ought to help. Up here, we'll do something similar. That'll do. This guy, what about this guy? Will he fit? Nope, he won't fit. But that'll do. And we'll do the bus loop off camera, so to speak. And I think that's as far as we're going to make it. We kind of slid backwards by a few thousand people. We're still making money hand over fist. There's really no major problems, except for this tremendous amount of traffic up here. But, I mean, that to me is kind of a positive thing, because it means look at how many vehicles are trying to get in and out of the train station. That is crazy. Maybe if we can't get things sorted out in the next episode, we'll take a look at this traffic situation here, because it's just backed way the hell up. And the goal still, we weren't able to get to it this episode, but I want to get an airport in, and then once the airport is in, all that's left is meeting requirements for unique buildings, so we can earn the unique buildings and place them and see what happens and build the rest of our city and do all kinds of crazy roads. So that's what we're going to do. If you want to be notified when I add that next episode, you can always subscribe to my channel or follow me on social media. Links for social media are always in the information box below the video. Please leave your comments and feedback. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.